Somebody can forge your name on a deed, record it against your house, and the county will happily file it, leaving you to clean up the mess. So here are 24 real estate facts. Some of them sound fake, but I think everybody should know. So like I said, if somebody records a fake deed on your house, the county's just going to record it. They're not going to investigate any fraud. That's where your title insurance comes in. They're the ones that are supposed to help you with this. So if you see any mail coming from the county, don't let it pile up. You should probably open that. Fact number 2, most homeowners insurance policies don't cover floods. That's usually an extra policy. Most people don't learn that until their basement's full of water. Fact number 3, in some areas, property taxes hurt more than your mortgage interest rate. So when you're looking at homes, don't just focus on the home price. Look at the taxes as well. Fact number 4, if you stop paying your HOA dues or fines that you may have, in some areas they can put a lien on your house and also foreclose. So what starts as a nasty letter about your trash cans can actually turn into a big deal with lawyers involved. Fact number 5, which is related to HOAs as well, if there are any dues or fines that are unpaid, this could totally blow up your closing. If the seller's already been at war with the HOA, that surprise could show up at the closing table and either you're going to pay it or the seller's going to pay it, or the closing just doesn't happen. Fact number 6 also ties into HOAs. If you can't tell, I've had a lot of issues with HOAs lately. But in HOA, you're basically signing up to live in a mini government, and they have a lot of power. You got to make sure you read the rules before you move in. And if you don't, you better just get on the board and change things. Fact number 7, your Zestimate is not real. It's just a computer's opinion that's never walked in your house or smelled it. So arguing over Zestimates is kind of like arguing over horoscopes. Fact number 8, in many states, the seller does not have to tell you if somebody died in that home. If that's a real concern for you, you might want to try to dig a little bit deeper. No pun intended. Fact number 9 is a kind of viral thing where when you buy real estate, do you own all the way down to the Earth's core? Legally, ownership is described as from the heavens all the way down to the center of the earth. But air and mineral rights could have been sold off before. So in reality, when you buy a home, you could own the grass, but somebody else owns the gas underneath. Fact number 10, when you buy real estate, you're basically buying a bundle of rights to live in, to sell it, to occupy, to rent, or even just give it away. And you should call me if you want to do that. Fact number 11 also ties into mineral rights as well. Someone could sell those rights underneath you, which if there's any gas, any oil, or the minerals themselves. And the same can happen for the air above you, especially if there's any flight paths. Fact number 12, when you're buying a condo, you're basically buying the air inside. It's kind of like a bubble. You own everything inside, like the floors and the paint on the walls, but everything on the outside is owned by the association. Fact number 13, the VA does not set a minimum credit score requirement. Lenders do. So if a lender told you no, that doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means you need to find another lender that will help you. Fact number 14, sometimes you can assume the mortgage that the seller has. Of course, the loan details and the lender have to allow it. This is especially helpful for sellers that got really low interest rates during the pandemic. Fact number 15, radon sounds very scary and it can blow up a lot of deals. A lot of times buyers will go and look at homes and see the pipe that's installed and wonder what that is. It's very easy to mitigate radon, but a lot of times people are only learning about it right then and there. A simple pipe and a fan can scare away a lot of people from an otherwise great home. Fact number 16, termites, rodents, or a slow leak are often seen as maintenance issues and are not covered by your insurance. If it took years for things to get nasty, the insurance company is just going to say it's your problem. Fact number 17, earnest money is just a good faith deposit that you put up front, and it shows the sellers that you are serious. But be careful, you can lose that earnest money if you walk away from the deal and you're not protected by the contract. Fact number 18, as is usually just means the sellers don't want to fix anything. It doesn't mean that you can't inspect. And when you're under contract, you kind of gain a little bit of leverage here. So if there are things that you find that you want the sellers to repair or maybe even credit, you can still ask for these things, because the alternative is the sellers have to decline and go back on the market, and that's a headache. Fact number 19, freestanding appliances don't usually just come with the home sale unless they're in the contract. If you love it, you have to write it. You don't want a situation where you do a final walkthrough and all the appliances are removed. In some states, you have an attorney that helps you at closing. In others, it's just the title or escrow company. So in reality, when you're at the closing table, the paperwork's the same, but really the person handing you the pen is different. Fact number 21, I think a lot of people know, but there's still a lot of people that don't. You can appeal your property taxes. If you feel like your property taxes are high and the valuation of your property is incorrect, you can always appeal this. It's annoying paperwork, but paying higher every year for no reason is worse. Fact number 22, cities and counties often use long-term zoning plans. So when you buy a house and there's a peaceful open field behind it, in 20-30 years, that could become a shopping mall. Fact number 23, if you leave the closing date open and you don't have anything written down, maybe you want to do this to make your offer look better and have the sellers have a little leverage here on when they can close. Be careful, because if it's open-ended, they could take as much time as they want. Fact number 24, a low appraisal is not a deal killer. You can challenge the appraisal. You can look at the report and see where it may have been incorrect. And even if the appraiser won't budge on their evaluation, you can still go to the sellers and maybe meet in the middle and have them come down in price a little bit. So that's it. Even if one of these facts surprised you, please hit the like button so more people can see this. And if you did find something surprising, leave a comment. Or also, if you've dealt with a situation or have experience with one of these facts, I also want to know that too.